Hello everyone and welcome to the Helix Plays channel for a different kind of first look today. As I'm not playing a video game, I'm here to check out some actual hardware. That's right, Amazon Luna has just launched in the UK and I thought what better way to spend my afternoon than diving in to the actual controller and see how it compares and basically my first impression. So let's dive into it. Fresh from Amazon themselves, this is probably one of the few controllers you get sent out directly from the logistics supplier. Let's get into it. No fretting about. I do have my trusty cutter there, but we may not need it. Let's see what Amazon have got for us. Woohoo! Bright purple. We're already there. Purple controller. Nice small packaging. Tiny little box. Not rectangular, interesting enough. Let's see. Barcodes. Luna on the side. Plain on the back. Amazon Luna on the box. Okay then, how do we get into this now? I'll use my slice tool. Straight in. First thing. No messing around. Nice presentation, set up there. There it is. Oh, gorgeous bit of controller, piece of kit. Now, of course, first things first, the buttons, sticking with the Nintendo Xbox approach with the A, B, X, Y. You've got the offset dual sticks as well in there. Nice and glossy, has kind of like a dark midnight blue colour shade to it, with the thumbsticks themselves inlet with a little bit of purple. Let's get it out the box, see how it feels. Actually, surprisingly light, and that will be because, of course, this controller takes two AA batteries, similar to the Xbox controller. Not going with the rechargeable ones. That's Sony opt for. Nice and lightweight. You've got the Luna logo in the middle there. Amazon logo on the back. Looks good so far. Clicky buffers. Silent triggers, which is something that I do appreciate on a controller, especially if you're out there playing a lot of shooters. There it is, the Amazon Luna controller. Nice. Let's see what else we get in the box to go alongside it. We've got a little tiny booklet. Tiny booklet with lots of writing. There it is. I'm not going to waste time basically telling you how to set the device up. We also have, my guess is some warranty paperwork. Yeah, it's all little boring stuff. And of course, two singly packaged Amazon Basics AA batteries, giving you the power, of course, to play, to get set up. And nothing else in the box. No USB cable, of course, no charger required. So there it is. Let's get to know the Amazon Luna controller in a little bit more detail and a little bit closer up. We have, of course, the traditional buttons on there. We have the A, B, X and Y. We've got the offset sticks inlaid with purple in there. We've got the deep directional pad, Amazon Luna button in the middle, alongside the microphone command button, the burger menu button, and the circle options button in there too. You can't really see it on here, but up close there is some texturizing on the back. You can just see it a little bit there, the little dimples. And of course, as mentioned earlier on, you've got the rechargeable, removable AA battery slot on the back. Easily slides off and slides on. Now, I've not had any game time with this controller, obviously, yet. So I'm not too sure how the actual controller fares in terms of battery life. Probably similar to the Xbox One. We have the 3.5mm audio jack on the bottom, which is great for those with traditional microphones. And on the top there, we've got the right bumper, right trigger, left bumper, left trigger, and a USB-C charging slot. Obviously, a cable didn't come with the controller, but that's not to stop you charging it or plugging it in directly. Nothing really more to say about this controller. I do like the colour, I do like the midnight shape to it. It's got a nice allure to that. And overall, light in the hand, light to touch, and I'm looking forward to getting some gaming in with this. So let's bring in some comparisons, shall we? Luna controller there. Of course, what we have to do here on the channel is compare it with the Google Stadia controller, one of my favourite controllers as well. Symmetrical sticks, as I said, plastic buttons, clickier triggers, different size, different shape and form, but alongside them, as you can see, not too dissimilar in terms of size. We've got all that laid out in there. Slightly different choice on the edging, of course. The Luna one opting for that more kind of angular one, whereas Google went with the symmetrical. Obviously, this controller is now defunct and redundant now, unless you enable the Bluetooth settings so you can use it on multiple devices. Funnily enough, the first time I played Amazon Luna in the UK was with my Stadia controller. Oh, the irony. I know what you're saying. But looking at them, obviously this is the clearly white controller from Google Stadia, so it's a bit contrast in terms of the dark midnight blue and the purple. To give us maybe a better contrast, let's compare it to something a little bit similar. The black PlayStation DualSense controller. As you can see in terms of size and scope there, we've got slightly different sticks, but in terms of shape and size, they're not too dissimilar. I mean, a human hand is only ergonomically so big, So yes, that is the Amazon Luna controller. Available now in the UK, Germany, Canada, and of course the United States. Don't forget to check out the rest of the channel where we will have some Amazon Luna live streams alongside our Fantastic 2 podcast, Talking the PS and X-Pass, where we round up all the PlayStation and Xbox news for your listening or viewing pleasure every week here on YouTube and up there in the digital clouds on your podcast preference of choice. My name's Reed Chris, and remember folks, play whatever makes you the happiest. Goodbye.